Another day in Derail Valley. And we have a new train to check out. So let's go do that. Now, I picked up this license without really knowing what kind of train it was, or what kind of engine it was anyway. I did open up the catalog, and it says DM3 up there, and as far as I can figure out, it's got more power, but it is a diesel locomotive, so this should be fairly easy. So we've done diesel before, although given how it went when I tried another new locomotive, I'm not 100% sure if I should be that confident. Now, it's not this one, because this one isn't working, but we will get to that soon. If you want to see how we do with the DH4670, well, you're going to have to subscribe. But this is what we are here for. The DM3 540, and it's quite a long boy. There's the DH2 for comparison. It's quite the long boy. So big engine up front. And that's basically all I know about it. So, let's get in. Oh, the doors open inwards. Yes, we should probably do the tutorial. But look at that. The doors open inwards. Now, well, they do sound different. It might be because this is so rusty. They couldn't even have given me a new one. It's just so rusty. Look, the paint is peeling. It's so sad. So sad. Right. What are we doing? I need to flip the electrics brake. There's a lot of switches in here. In fact, there's a lot of levers here. In fact, it looks like there's supposed to be levers on this side too, so I'm guessing mirrored controls? Maybe two drivers? And it's just only on this one side? I don't know. The fuel level is at 0. That's not good. Although maybe it's because all the gauges are turned off. Right, so electric breaker. Let's find it. That one. And then starter breaker. And then dash light. There we go. Okay, so now the gauges are on. We have full fuel. Good. Dash light. Okay. Cab light. Oh, I do like how the lights look in this game. It's very nice. Alright, we've got wipers. Probably a good idea. It was raining this morning, so we probably need that. We'll turn the wipers on. Oh, that wipers 2 is both sides. I see. Oh, I see. So if you turn both of them on, that's how you get them faster. And if you just put wipers 1 on, it's slow. Oh, so it does both sides at once. Right, lights at the front. Oh, okay, so this is lights 1 front. I'm confused already. Oh, so this is the switch just for the rear lights. So we gotta enable the rear lights. Okay, I need to see what this looks like. Hang on. So, okay, so that's headlights. That's tail light. Got it. So if I flip this the other way around, that now becomes tail light. Okay. Gotcha. So that's how that works. Okay, what are we doing next? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Should I start it? Okay, you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing like the voltmeter or whatever the DH2 had, so I'm guessing that this is not a diesel electric train. This is in fact a diesel train, which is a little bit different, which means it has a direct drive, which means, oh no, we have gearboxes. All right, open the brake cutout and start the engine. Oh, hang on. Start the engine, there we go. And gently engage the throttle. Fully apply the brake. Yeah. And there's our train brake. So it is the same sort of stuff, just in different places. And then our big speedometer over there. And I got the sander wheel down here. It's sort of like a much older DH2 in a lot of ways. Oh, that made the engine change sound. Interesting. Alright, release the handbrake. Release the independent brake. And oh, we're already rolling forward. Oh, so the reverser, when it's in forward, is already, the transmission is engaged. Which also means we can't blow the breaker on the traction motors. I'm not sure what the implication of that is. Alright, so gearbox A Adjust transmission ratio between higher power and higher top speed. So we do actually change gears. There's 3 settings for that. And the gearbox B does the same thing. I don't fully understand. Oh, so it is going to be like driving a car. You have to let off the accelerator, which is in this case the throttle lever right here, and then shift gear, and then reapply. That's going to be interesting. And you have to do that, but it didn't explain what the 2 gearboxes are. In fact, oh, I see! These are the different ratios, they're right here. So first gear is both of them at the back. Second gear is gearbox B forward, or to the middle. And then you've got third gear is that. So if I went both of them forward, it'd be 4th gear. This is gonna get confusing. Oh, we have engine braking as well? Oh, there's the fueler. Okay, so that's where you plug in the fuel hose. Okay. Oh, there's one on both sides. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, so that's the tutorial done. Alright, let's shut it down. And, let's go get us a job. Alright, so let's have a look here. I want to do something easy. Okay, so this would be a good test for the engine, but I don't have the license for a train that long yet. Let's take something simpler. Ah, what about this? Cat food. Alright, let's do some cat food. No, I said cat, not cow. Why are there farm animals here? What is happening? Where are these farm animals? The world is getting possessed. Right, let's figure out where these are. So we're at C20. Ah, this one. Right. So we have CBX023. Right, that's the last one. And then it should be 280 at the front here. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so there's our train. Let's go hook the engine up to it. Alrighty. Close the door. And electrics and starter on. Everything's on. Start the engine. Okay, so let's do this. So this is the reverser. So I'm just gonna release the train brake and put the reverser to forward. So that already creeps forward. It's kind of like a car, just, you know, with 2 gear levers. Okay, so that RPM climbs up really quick, and I'm guessing we want to keep it out of the red line. Alright, so how do we change gears? So we do that. I flick that one forward and then go. And then I flick that down and do this. I think I can do that. I don't know if I need to disengage the reverser or not, because that will be another question. Alright, so where am I going? I need to go all the way down there and then switch tracks. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, actually, I can go and have a look at it from this angle here. What does the controls look like? So I have this. I've started using this. So I can do that, get ourselves up to speed. I've just realized something. I probably shouldn't drop that down like that, because that basically does that. And I do feel like I should disengage the reverser, but it doesn't let me, so I don't really know. But this is interesting. Alright, where's my brake? Brake. Oh, I should probably roll forward just a little bit more. The good thing is we can actually, like, kind of creep forward, which is really nice. Alright, and flip it. Put it in reverse. So what happens if I just sort of do that? Yeah. It grinds the gears. Kind of figured. Okay. Okay, I don't even know if I'm going on the right track. I need to go... Where do I need to go? That's 6... I'm going on 2, I think? So I need to be this way. Something like that. Alright, let's get back into the cab. And I need to... Oh, actually, you know what? Since I'm reversing, I probably should be in this view. I feel like I'm gonna get the gears wrong at some point. Alright, so 2-0 is this one here, so I need to flip that last switch. By the way, I can totally see why this game is built for VR, because I feel like you need 2 hands for these gearbox levers. Alright, and... there There we go, hooked up. Alright, let's go and connect everything. It is quite the loud train, I will say. Alright, we got our brake line. There we go. Open it. And come on, open it. There we go. Okay, now I just gotta figure out which one of these has the handbrake on. I think it's the last one. It's usually the last one. There we go. Turn off. Alright. So, now time to plan our route. So I'm gonna go all the way down here, through what I think is the oil refinery, and then down here, and I gotta turn this way, and then go down this way, and then all the way down to the harbor. Seems simple enough. Now, I did pick up the dispatcher license, so I have the ability to change all of these. The problem is I'm not 100% sure which direction I need to make these. I know it goes left and right, and that's it, but I don't know what the junction looks like. So I'm gonna set it up like this. So this is turning to the left. So assuming we're going this way, this left should be down this way. And then this should be left as well. Left here, through the forest, left here. Now, this one, I'm not sure if this should be left or right. I'm thinking right is going straight because it's at that angle. So right, and then that should be right as well. But then this should be left, 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 left. And then this should be right, right, and left. And I think that's correct. But if it's wrong, we're going to end up somewhere that I don't know where that is. Alright, I guess time to set off. So, spin the wheel, handbrake away, brake released. Alright, here we go. Engine brake is off. Reverser is at forward. And why is that flashing? Alright, time to investigate. Alright, handbrake's off there, and there, and there, and there, and there. So why do we have an issue? Okay, there must be a problem on the line somewhere. I must investigate. That's open. Oh, is that closed? Let me see. Has that made a difference? No, it is not. Okay, I genuinely have no idea what's going on. So we're just gonna go. Because every time I do this, the brake pipe runs out of air completely. And I don't know if that's a good thing. But I'm wondering if it may be RPM based. Alright, let me release the handbrake completely. Like, I genuinely do not know what's happening right now. I mean, there's probably somebody in the comments who has spotted what's wrong. But I don't know. Oh, I didn't release the throttle when I did that. Oops. Alright, so let's try doing it from this view. So I'm gonna pull this one back. And then I need to pull this one... No, I need to put that one up and then this one back to get into second gear. And then I do this if I want engine braking. Which is pretty cool that you can do that. But I guess it works just like the independent brake because it's only on the locomotive. Whereas if I want to slow down, I'm still probably going to want to use the train brake. Although, I can see this working quite well for going downhill. Which I guess is what it's for. It's like a Jake brake on a semi-truck. So you're going downhill, you might want to put that one on and then let it kind of slow itself down that way. Instead of using the friction brakes. I don't know. But I do compare a lot of these engines to cars. Because that's my only frame of reference. Alright, so first gear. Alright, let's go. And then close the throttle, and then second gear. And then accelerate again. And then close that and put it into third gear. And then close that again and put it into fourth gear. And then close that again, and then I need to do... Wait, what is it for fifth? It's this one forward and this one back. That's 5th gear. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. So I need to push... I'm gonna put it back into 4th. I don't know why the train seems to be like taking a dive every time I do that. Although, I am now rolling backwards. Hang on. Okay, what is happening? Why is the entire train lurching like that? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Let's watch it from this angle, because I feel like I am doing something wrong. Alright, so everything's closed. We're going to go back to gear 1. Accelerate, release the train brake. Come on. Oh, we're getting a little bit of wheel slip there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Good amount of power, this train. I mean, this engine. I mean, it's not the steepest gradient, I think. I feel like I should probably use the sander a little bit. Oh, we got gradual sander as well, so we don't even need to just on-off the thing. We can actually use it a little bit, which is always nice. Alright, I need to check what my red line actually is. So it's 1,000 is the red line, so you don't want to go over that, I guess. Ooh, jeez. Okay, that might be overdoing it a little bit. And then... Wait. Gearbox 2, 3. There we go. Or should I not be doing that? Oh no, this is getting us decent speed. I don't know what gradient we're on, but this is working. Alright, and then close that, and reopen the throttle again. So it's a lot of pulling the levers. But I still don't fully understand what's causing the problem. I feel like maybe there might be something with the handbrake still on. But it looks like it's off. I don't know. Like, are the brake lines not connected? I assume they are. I'm so confused as to, like, I'm still confused as to why it's still flashing at me. That's the thing. Alright, and then we go up like that, and... So, this is one where, when you're in the higher ratios, I guess, you can just slam the throttle fully forward. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Oh, oil temperature's getting high. Wait a minute. What? Why is the oil temperature getting high? Is it because we're too high in the rev range? Probably. Maybe I'm in too high a gear for this. Although, higher gear would be lower RPM, so isn't that a better thing? I don't know. I had thought this train would be faster, though. Not gonna lie. And I'm not really used to using this, but the fact that the levers are closer together and it's easier to read on this, I kinda like. So, as much as I do like actually flicking the levers around, this is definitely a better setup for... If you have VR, this would be really good. Okay, wait, is this downslope now? Kinda looks like it is. Alright, so I need to pull that one back. No, wait. Put that up and put that one back. So I can get some acceleration going. Okay, the fact that the train is bucking like that, I don't know if that's a good thing. It feels wrong. Okay, now I definitely feel like I'm in too high a gear. What gear is this? That's gear 8. Huh. So that's probably the wrong gear. Because, yeah, this definitely looks like we're still going uphill. You know, I suddenly understand how truck drivers feel when they have to manually change gears this often. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get some more speed going here. And... put that up. Okay, I'm being a little bit too rough with the throttle, I think. But generally speaking, I think I'm doing okay. It's just probably changing gears at too low a speed or something like that. Like, if I pull that back down... Are we still accelerating? No, we are not. Okay, so then I need to put that up and that up there. So we're in a lower gear now. So we're in gear 4 right now. And something I haven't considered at all are the speed limits. I haven't even thought about it. Because I don't think we've even gone above, like, a speed where I have to worry about it. Alright, I'm gonna go down a gear. Go back up to 4th. And accelerate. Alright, and then we're gonna go up to 5th. And then 6. Like, I'm so focused on the gears right now. And then we need to go to 7. And then this is 8. Also, I think we're going downhill. But also, this is probably the best gear for coasting. Right now we're doing 40. But I don't know if that's how fast this train can actually go. Because, I mean, we're carrying like 200 tons. It's not a lot, I think. Or less than 200 tons. Actually, how much are we carrying? Yeah, 196 tons. So I know if I need to go down a gear, I'm going to have to pull the left one first. So it's like sort of walking, or like marching is like in this, well, in this case it's the reverse of marching, but it's like right then left. So right first then left. To go backwards it's left then right. But I think the most complicated one is going from 4th to 5th, because you got to pull one back and put one forward. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky. So I guess if I want to start slowing down at all, I just pull this one back a little bit. But right now the speed limit's 60, and we're only doing 40, I think. I think the speed limit is 60. I hope it is, because that's a sheer drop right down there. Okay, it is 60. Okay, but it is slowing down at the next sign, so... Well, actually, I could probably push it just a little bit more. Give me a little bit more speed, come on. Although, what happens if I just do this? Okay, I can't pull the reverser back unless we're going slowly. Oh, that's a problem. Slow it down. I'm gonna pull that back. And add some engine braking, actually. Oh, actually, wait. I shouldn't be doing that. I slowed down too much. Now we're only doing 20. It's amazing how I can lose track of speed when the speedo's right there and is gigantic, but you know, it is me. But I guess a little bit of engine braking on the downslope would have been fine. Just kind of threw a little bit too much train brake on there. I do wonder how this sort of engine would cope with larger, or I should say longer trains, if the brake pipe's flashing at me like that. Like, I swear that is open, isn't it? But I don't know why it's flashing at me. Absolutely not a clue. Alright, let's just do a quick route check. We are at the oil refinery. Now I need to check the station map to make sure that we go in the right direction. So I need to reduce my gears a little bit here, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, wait, hang on. That's 7. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, that's too much. Okay, that's 4th gear now. I lost track of my gears really quickly. Right, where am I going? Because I don't know where I entered from. I completely missed it. I guess I entered from here, and we're going this way, so I need to go this way, and then this way to get out. I think. Alright, let's just drop down to 3rd gear. Oh, it can take the train brake off. Actually, we're going slow enough that I can probably just slam it into 1st, right? I don't know if that's good for it or not. But we will make do. And then throttle up. And... ooh! That was a little bit of a rough change. And we go up and down there. Like, I think upshifting isn't really a problem unless you're on, like, a really steep gradient or something. That's probably fine. So we go up there and then down there. That should allow us to coast quite a bit, though. But yeah, this should... I think this is correct. Yeah, this should be correct. We're going straight through, yeah. Alright, and then just maximum coasting. Just completely shut the RPMs down. That's probably not good for it. And then we need that, and then that. Because, yeah, what are we doing? We're doing, like, just under 15 k's an hour right now, so this should be fine. But it's many, many, many gear changes. And still flashing. Still no idea why. Like, I don't know if it's because this is pointing in the wrong direction. I don't think it is. I think that's open, isn't it? Or is it not? I don't know, actually. Alright, let's slow down a little bit here. So we're hitting about 20 there. So I can see the sign up ahead. So that's down slope 50. So I'm going to just drop us down a gear. But actually, let's drop us down 2 gears. Or maybe not. The oil temperature is very cold right now. Like, I don't know if, like, 30 is a good temperature for oil. In my experience, generally with a running engine, although not with diesel engines, it's usually significantly higher than that. But it could also be because we were very low RPMs earlier. But this is a point where I might want to use a little bit of engine braking, because we are going down slope right now. We're in what? 6th gear? Something like that? Ooh, that was not good. Can you not do it while you have engine braking on? Alright, maybe now I just put it into 7th or 8th and just let it coast down. I think this is fine. This is probably fine. Right, so if I pull the left one, it goes down to 7th. If I pull the right one, it goes down into 6th. Is it okay to drop 2 entire gear ratios just like that? Like, is that money shifting? I mean, it's 2 gears, it probably isn't, but if I pulled both of them right now, we're going from 8th to 1st, that would be a problem. Although, come to think of it, there's no gear for the right one being all the way forward and the left one being all the way back. I've just noticed, there isn't one for that. So what happens if you do that? Do you just pull it and go into some like, new dimension? It's like, that's the time travel gear. Let me know in the comments, by the way, what would happen if Gearbox A was set to the 1st position and Gearbox B was all the way forward? Because it's not on the chart. So what would happen? Alright, speed check. We are at 30. I think we can probably speed things up a little bit. So I'm going to... We've got that all the way back. Throttle's all the way forward. We are going to put us into 6th gear. Oh, that's bad. We'll do this. And we'll accelerate a little bit. Get us to pick up a little bit of speed. And then we are going back into 8th gear. And then accelerating again. There's a junction coming up ahead. Speed limit of 60. Right. What was that? Why did it go bang? What was that bang? Oh... I am so concerned that I'm breaking things right now. Alright, let's have a look at our map. We're turning left up ahead. Yep, that looks like the signal is pointing left. Okay, we're going to apply a little bit of engine braking here. Maybe a little bit of train brake. Just to keep it under 40. Alright, I should probably drop a gear. Oh, we're losing speed quick. Right, we're going to go down to 6th. Apply throttle. Nope. Okay, and... Okay, we have stopped. So, brake, stop. Alright, gear 1. Engine brake off completely. Apply throttle. Train brake off. There we go. And... Gear 2. I think I should be more gentle with the throttle in this case. I'm not sure. Just seeing it lurch like that is kind of disturbing. But I also don't want the speed to drop too much whenever I do it. And then... Stop. And then gear 4. Because we're going up slope again. By how much? 1.3. Okay. Oh, I'm over revving it. Alright, and then gear 6. Maybe I'm short shifting. Or looking at the way the oil temperature is climbing, probably not. Alright. And then... That's... I think that's gear 7. And then gear 8. That oil temperature climbs really fast. Alright, speed limit here is 30. I think we should be fine. Yeah, because we're only doing 20. Yeah, I did notice in the catalog, by the way, that the load rating for this drops really quickly when there's a gradient. Like, it goes from 2,000, which granted, compared to the... where is it? The DE2. Right, that's 1,200, but it goes down to 300 here. The S60 is 1,500 and 400. And then we've got the DM3, which is 2,000 and then 500. So it's like, yeah, it does drop pretty quickly, doesn't it? Alright, where are we? Ooh, oh, I should probably be paying attention because I might be... oh no, we're clear. Are we clear? Yeah, we're clear. So where are we now? We are at the forest. Okay, so we just get a straight run through at the forest here. And then we should be fine. I'll tell you what, I had my concerns about the gears at the very beginning, but now I'm actually kind of used to it. It's sort of like gear shifting without a clutch, which is a very interesting idea. Ooh. Is everything okay? It made a really big bang noise. I don't know if this train just does that. I will say visibility in this one, not the best. Not the best, unless we sort of like lean a little bit, which, I mean, that does help. Leaning. I can hear a whistling noise. And I don't know what that whistling noise is. I don't know if you hear it. Like, every time I throttle up, what is that? Like, does anyone know what that is? It sounds like a metal scraping noise, almost. Let's see if I can hear it from the outside. I don't know. Unless it's just a sound the train makes. I have absolutely no idea. Alright, we are going to the left. Is that correct? Yay! We're going the right way. Which turns out is the left way. Alright, let's put it... I'm starting to wonder if that sound is the gearbox. Maybe it is just the gearbox. I'm going a little fast. Okay, I ground the gears a little bit. Just a little bit. So the engine brake works a little bit like the throttle in that sense. So you have to have that all the way back before you change gears. Good to know. Okay, I need more brakes. I don't know. It feels like I'm going so much faster than I actually am. I think the speed limit on this is 60, but because of the way the train moves, it feels like I'm going so much faster. Alright, let's give it some throttle now. I hate that that section, by the way, has a speed limit of 90 that drops to 60 instantly. Alright, what are we coming up to? There's a junction here, 60. Where are we going from there? I think we have to go to the right? Or is it left? Oh, geez, I don't know. Where am I? Oh, no, we're going to the right. Yeah, we're definitely going to the right. Okay, I got that correct. Also, I'm not sure... what's the maximum speed that this is rated for? Also, a thought has just occurred to me. And I'm going to use some engine braking to bring us to a stop here. Because I have a feeling that I know why this is bumping around so much. I didn't... oh, geez, that's rolling back. Handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. The reason this is bumping around so much is I didn't tighten this. That's why it's been doing that. Okay, get back on the train. Get back on the train. One handbrake is not enough to hold back 200 tons. And now it's not blinking anymore. Oh, I should probably put that on. So that's why it's been blinking this whole time, because I didn't fasten anything properly. Also, I should probably turn the lights on. Is it this one? Ah, okay. Oh, that's high beams, and that's... wait. That's high beams, that's low beams. Got it. Okay, so we are going to be moving from a stop. We're in first gear. Release the brake and give us a little bit of throttle to get moving. There we go. So that's why it's been bumping around so much, because I didn't tighten the coupler. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm surprised the entire load didn't just, you know, fall away from me at any point during that. It's a lot more stable now that it's not loose and flopping around behind me. Oh geez, I really hope I haven't damaged any of that cat food. Would be a shame. Alright, we need a little bit of a lower gear ratio. We got a little bit of an upslope going on here. What's the speed limit? 80? Yeah, we're not doing 80. Yeah, it's not happening. Alright, let's get it up to 6th gear. Are we losing speed? No, we're still climbing. Alrighty then. I guess from 5th to 8th is sort of our driving ratios at that point. Like, everything else is just sort of, like, moving away from a station. Maybe 1st to 3rd, and then 4th, 5th for accelerating. Everything else is just kind of once you're out and moving. Anything above 15 anyway. I tell you what, it's got a lot of power. Like, a lot more power than the DE2, for sure. I mean, we're talking like 800 tons more capacity, but it still struggles on slopes. Maybe not as badly as the DE2 did, but it does. Alright, got a junction coming up. Let me just double check that that is the correct one. Where are we going? World map. There, we need to be turning left. Let me just see. Oh, I don't even know where that is. I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on, engine, push. You can do it. Wow, these signs look really ominous in the dark, I will say. What's our fuel looking like? Eh, we're alright. Give me more speed. Although we are going to get more speed. This is downslope now. Oh yeah, so we got a left turn coming up here. That should be right. And then we go down this way all the way to the harbor. But yeah, all those weird banging noises are gone. But also, even though I made that mistake, it is pretty cool that the game lets you do that. It's almost like they know somebody's gonna skip a step. Maybe not intentionally, but you know. This train has a weird horn. Alright, I'm gonna put it into 7th gear and accelerate. Let's go. Give me some power. Alright, right now we are doing 43 and dropping. I'm just gonna leave this at like sort of middle of the way here. Speed limit of 120. Wow. Like, honestly, I feel like I would miss a lot of these speed limit signs at that kind of speed. I'm not sure what the fastest train in the game is, but I know there's probably one that will do that very easily. To be honest, it's probably the really big steam train I've been seeing around. But it's really gotten me thinking that despite the fiasco with the SO60 steam engine, which I probably will give another try to, this, I think, maybe might be my redemption, that maybe I actually have learned how to control a train that isn't the DE2. Also, yes, I'm fully aware that what I'm referring to are locomotives. I just call them trains because, in my mind, they're all still trains. Yes, some are engines, some are locomotives, and then you've got cars and carriages, but they are all train to me. Like, it's sort of like if you see different dogs, like you've got Chihuahuas, you've got German Shepherds, you've got Great Danes, but in the end, they are all still puppy, without exception. Unless they're Chihuahuas, then they're little demons. And no, you can't say that, oh no, they're cute, they can't be that. No, I mean, they can be cute. They just have little demon energy. Alright, we're gonna need a little bit more welly here, I think. We have slowed down quite a bit. Actually, I might drop us down to 7th gear and then accelerate. Get us back up to speed here. I mean, even in 7th gear, it did pick up really quickly. Alright, speed check. 60, and we have a junction coming up. So, what are we looking at here? We need to be going right. What are we looking at? Alright, let's coast on through. We got speed limit of 60 to the right. And we got a tunnel. Tunnel. Okay, that kind of climbed terrifyingly fast, actually. Like, seriously, look. It is moving. I mean, we are going downhill as well, so that's probably got something to do with it. But yeah, I should probably... Okay. Speed limit of 40. Okay, I'm over-revving it. Bring us down, bring us down. Come on. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Sit rep. I have over-revved the engine. How are we doing exactly? Did I kill the loco? No, we're actually okay. So far. I don't know. Maybe that's just its exterior condition and the engine, well, the valves might have shot out of place. Who knows? But yeah, that would have been the equivalent of a money shift there, I think. Definitely overdid it a little bit. But that sudden drop from 60 to 40 was a little diabolical. But I do wonder, if I put engine braking on, does that mean I also have to put the throttle on? Is that how that works? Like, if I throw it on now, right? No, okay, so it is separate to the throttle. Okay, so you don't do that. But it also has very limited effect in 8th gear. So, ideally, I should drop it into 7th. But the thing is, if I do that, with maximum engine braking, like, that's sort of what it looks like there. So, it does work. Like, I don't think it's the strongest thing, though, because it's still only affecting the locomotive and not, like, the whole train. So you still have to use train braking, I think? I don't know. What situation would you use the engine braking in? Like, I guess maybe in this situation here where it's a long slope. I think that could be where it's useful. Ooh, we're almost at the harbor. Okay, so there should be a turn coming up where I think I'm gonna have to slow down. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of engine braking here. Alright, slow this down to 40. And do I want to be turning left? Yes, I do. Alright, so turning left. Oh, give it a little bit of train brake, because we are speeding a little. Alright, pretty steep downslope coming up, actually. Maybe I put it into 7th. Alright, we are at the harbor, and now I have to figure out where I'm going. I should probably have figured that out earlier, but you know, I don't do that. Alright, G. Where's G? Harbor. G is all the way at the end, so I need to be going to the left, that's correct. Left, left there, left there. And right here and left there. That's G over there. Perfect. Alright, now that we're steady at 10 kilometers an hour, I can go and figure out where I'm supposed to be going. So G... what platform we're looking at? G5. Okay, G5 and station map. G5 is here, so let's turn left there, turn right there, turn right there. That should be perfect. Look at me doing things right. I'm just having a look, and are the signals right? It's G5, isn't it? I think... Oh, wait, hang on. That one's wrong. Yep, that's G5. There we go. Alright, just a quick check. Are we in? Yeah, we're just about in. Alright, I'm just gonna bring it to a gentle stop. And since I wanted to know what happens if this gear lever goes all the way back, I mean, it still moves. I just don't know what gear ratio that is. Oh, alright. Handbrake on. Release the train brake. Shut it down. Close you. I'll leave that one open. Disconnecty. You know, it honestly could have been worse considering what I did. Alright, let's go and turn this one in. Alright. Cash that in. There we go. I didn't get any time bonus. And no damage was done. Look at that. Alright, monies. 10,000. So I got 13,000 now. And there we go. Not as bad as I was thinking it would be. Like, is it weird and different? Sure. But I think it genuinely could have been worse. And especially compared to something like the DE2 here, which is definitely a lot easier. I think I could honestly get used to the gearbox. But of course, the two big boys over here, the S282 and the DE6, those are still gonna take a little bit more work to get up to. And I also would like to try some of those unique engines as well, such as the DH4 that needs some restoration. And after all this, I'm still borrowing locomotives to do all of these jobs. So maybe it's time I start looking at getting an engine of my own. But if you want to see all that, let me know down in the comments. And of course, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.